The life of Minerva McGonagall. Minerva McGonagall was born a half-blood to parents Robert McGonagall and witch Isabel Ross. Minerva had two brothers, Malcolm and Robert Jr. Isabel never told Robert that she was a witch. Isabel gave up magic in pursuit of a normal life with Robert. Isabel eventually had their firstborn child, Minerva McGonagall. After Minerva was born, she showed signs of magic at an early age. Minerva would summon toys with magic and would cast spells and make the family cat do her bidding. Because of these signs of magic, Isabel told Robert that she was a witch. After Isabel told the truth, trust was an issue with the couple due to the lie that Isabel kept from Robert all these years. Robert Jr. and Malcolm turned out to be magical, leaving Robert Sr. the only muggle in the family. McGonagall, however, was more close to her father than mother when she got older, despite them not sharing their magical ability. When McGonagall attended Hogwarts, she was a top student and achieved top grades in her Newts and Owls. She even showed signs for a special ability in Transfiguration. McGonagall's sorting was a rare occasion, as she was a hat stall. This event occurs only once every 50 years or so. This is when the sorting hat takes more than 5 minutes to make a decision, and this occurs when students' personality can fit into more than one house. The hat debated for about 5.5 minutes if she should be placed in Gryffindor or Ravenclaw. McGonagall was sorted into Gryffindor. After McGonagall graduated Hogwarts, she was offered a position in the Department of Magical Law Enforcement. She accepted. Before starting the position, McGonagall returned home for a while to spend time with her family before she started the position. It was here she met Dougal McGregor. Dougal was a farmer that lived in the area around the same town. The two developed a relationship, and McDougal eventually proposed to McGonagall. McGonagall accepted, but as time passed, she questioned the implications of marrying him. She, like her mother, had failed to tell McDougal that she was a witch. Minerva broke off the engagement just 3 days later and then pursued her career at her new position. After starting the job, Dougal tried to win McGonagall back multiple times and would send McGonagall letters, but despite feelings, she refused, remembering her mother and father's relationship. It is said McGonagall even kept the letters with her in the Wizarding World. McGonagall eventually began to miss family after starting her job at the Ministry of Magic. Urquhart, her boss, even offered her a position to keep her, but she refused. After visiting home, McGonagall applied to work at Hogwarts School of Witchcraft and Wizardry. McGonagall was offered the position in the Transfiguration Department and would work directly under Transfiguration Department head at the time, Albus Dumbledore. While home, McGonagall found out that Dougal married another lover and was entirely devastated. McGregor was eventually murdered by Death Eaters during the First Wizarding War. This can be found in the short stories from Hogwarts on Pottermore.com. Minerva blamed herself for years and often wondered if she could have protected McGregor if she would have married him. McGonagall continued to teach at Hogwarts, but didn't join the Order of the Phoenix. She spied for the Ministry of Magic on Death Eaters by using her animagus form, a tabby cat. Her brother Robert McGonagall was eventually killed in the First Wizarding War. Eckhart, her previous boss, later contacted McGonagall during this time. He was in love with her. On the Hogwarts ground one day, he proposed. McGonagall turned down the first proposal, but eventually she accepted. The couple lived in a cottage not far from Hogwarts grounds, but in 1985, tragedy struck, and Urquhart passed away from a venomous tentacula bite. After his death, Minerva sold the cottage and moved directly into Hogwarts quarters. In 1991, Harry, Ron, and Hermione started Hogwarts, and McGonagall became like a guardian for Harry. McGonagall joined the second resurgence of the Order of the Phoenix, and in 1995, when the Second Wizarding War began, she spent a lot of time doing background work for the Order. In 1995 to 1996, during this school year, McGonagall had much controversy with Dolores Umbridge that was put in place at the school. McGonagall fought hard in the Battle of Hogwarts and played a large role in Voldemort's defeat. After the Wizarding War was over, McGonagall was awarded the Order of Merlin First Class by the Minister of Magic at the time, Kingsley Shacklebolt. Shortly after, McGonagall was appointed as the Hogwarts headmistress. Minerva McGonagall, up to this day, has been one of the most influential and powerful people in the Wizarding world. If you would like to know more about Harry Potter and the Wizarding World lore or other fantasy fiction, subscribe to Chase and Josh Factor Fantasy Podcast. The link is in the bio, or you can subscribe to Ridiculous Patronus on YouTube. Thank you, everyone. Have a magical week.